The people have spoken. I am going to do a video on the $50 cards or less that I think you should be looking to add to your collection. I think these are going to perform well, and as I always say, it's got to look good as well. I'm not looking to buy cards that I wouldn't want to hold in the collection, because is that not what we're here for? People have me questioning, this is starting to feel like a stock market. But alas, I'm going to keep doing my thing, and I'm going to tell you guys about it. So first one on the list, Blaziken VMAX. So from the Silver Tempest Trainer Gallery. This card's really interesting. It had a ton of hype like 2 years ago. And I remember playing, I was at, card, games or leagues, I should say. And people were really excited about this card, and they thought it was going to do well and be expensive and all those things. And it kind of just plateaued. It fell off a little bit. And with the recent hype around Trainer Gallery, which I don't think has really seen its peak of what it will see going forward, this one just stands out to me. Of Blaziken, popular Pokemon. Obviously this is just Blaziken but bigger. It's a beautiful card. It tells a story. I think that these types of cards are going to do really well, and it's not the only one in this set. It's not the only VMAX on here. So I think that if you can get this one at around that $35 to $40 mark, then you're going to be in a good position. Next one. This is going to be arguably 3, but I think it's worth noting. The Evolution VMAXs, they're from collection boxes, or the whatever poster looking boxes. The story behind these cards is really interesting, where in Japan they are from the actual set, so they're very hard to get. In English they're not remotely as hard to get, but the art is the same. The art is wonderful. So a lot of the time people get cards in Japanese because they don't want to pay the English premium. This is a cool example of exactly the opposite, where the Vaporeon, for example, in Japanese is a close to $1,000 card, if I remember correctly, whereas this one here is going for $50 or in around that range anyways. So cool ones to look at. I think they're beautiful. I think you pick, the one you like from preference wise. If you're a baller and you want to get these in PSA 10s, I think that's a great idea. The PSA 10 population will not increase dramatically going forward. Notably, the condition of the cards coming out of these packages are terrible. Anecdotally, I know a guy that did all 3 of these, opened all 3 of these, sent them in to be graded from the actual box itself, and got 7s and 8s on these. So it's not unlikely that these will just continue to yield terrible grading results. And because of that, I think it's worth hanging on to these, not necessarily worrying about the grading play. People love the Evolutions. You got the Evolving Skies packs behind it, so it's going to be unattainable for most people to get this sealed product. Not a bad pickup sealed product wise if that's what you're looking for, but you're here for the $50 bangers, so that's a $50 or less banger indeed, those 3. Next one, from a underrated set that I think will age very well under people's noses, the Altaria EX from Paradox Rift. Altaria is a relatively popular Pokemon. It's not a fan favorite, but I think that this style of card is going to do very well. So what do I mean? Okay, this is the style of the Aerodactyl V from the Lost Origin, which is my favorite card of all time. It's got the Pokemon in the background. You got the Dragonite from Evolving Skies, similar vibe, floating up in the sky, other Pokemon underneath. I think we're going to see more of these cards over time, where it's fill in the blank flying Pokemon, looking down, there's a bunch of other Pokemon, and I think these are going to be able to create their own sort of pseudo set in the future of, just for me, what really speaks to what Pokemon is and what these cards should be, of the appreciation of the Pokemon in their habitat doing their thing with other Pokemon in their habitat coexisting. So cool card, good price. The set's not overly valuable. this card's been sitting stagnant, not really doing much, and that's why I think it's a perfect pickup. I will never tell you guys to pick up cards that have seen a lot of movement. It's not my game. I'm looking at the cards that are flying under the radar, that people eventually will love, and eventually we'll see these on some lists saying that they're, starting to move quickly. But if they're on the moving quickly list, you will not see them in these videos, I promise. Next one. I had never even seen this card, so I feel like a terrible person because it is wonderful. Is this Chansey IR from Twilight Masquerade. What a card. Okay, so Chansey, relatively popular, iconic Pokemon. You've got Blissey working the counter, like from the games, or like from the TV show. Like, how awesome is that? And then on top of it, you got Snorlax just having a snooze in the corner. What a fantastic card. 35 bucks. Hasn't seen any movement. The set is moving around it. So you've seen the set go up. You've seen some of the other big hits from the set go up. I'm confident on this one. Like, this card, it's not going to drop. That's for damn sure. Not substantially anyways. And it's very likely to see some good progression because it is a lot of popular Pokemon. You got Ditto up in there. You got Psyduck in there. You can't really go wrong with these types of cards. Like I say, Pokemon just in their habitat, I think is an element of the trading card game that we haven't had the privilege of watching age, that we're now going to see. I think this is a fun one to pick up. If you like the card, get the card. Like, I'm not saying that this is going to allow you to retire off of this just Chansey IR, but if you appreciate the art and you want to get cool cards that I'm confident will appreciate and value, then that's what I'm here to do. Then I got this one, is controversial to say the least. I have heard numerous people rag on this card, and I understand the rationale, but I don't think they're thinking in the future here. The card in question, Mewtwo V from Pokemon Go, and I just like all of my 12 viewers just clicked off the video, so I'm going to be down bad after this call. However, Mewtwo V is one of the most rare cards from Pokemon Go, which is a specialty set that is underwhelming, to say the least, for most people. However, it is underwhelming under a bias of us, the people in the market right now, do not see Pokemon Go as nostalgic. But Pokemon is a massive IP. It is going to continue to grow over time. And in the not too distant future, and maybe in the next 5 years, maybe I'm a little bit off on my timelines here, but I will tell you at some point in time, people are going to see these Pokemon Go cards as the nostalgia, as a reminder of the Pokemon Go craze of 2016. And this will feed families. This is going to be a massive uptick in Pokemon Go, and I don't own enough Pokemon Go, so I'm hoping that this can like hang on for a few years as I start to accumulate on the sealed side. But these Mewtwo's I have been accumulating, full transparency, because I'm just a guy on the internet. I haven't got the facilities to move the market by any stretch, but this card is neat. It's Mewtwo in Times Square. It is what it kind of encapsulates to me what Pokemon Go is. It's getting to go to cool places and seeing Pokemon in the real world. Obviously, people don't actually use the mode where you have your camera on the real, destination that you're at. Everyone just kind of plays within the game itself in the background. If you don't play Pokemon Go, I'm going to sound like an absolute lunatic, but if you do, then you'll know what I mean. This card is enough of a popular Pokemon. It hasn't done particularly well. It's actually done very poorly. And I just think it's going to be the one that people look back on over time. Do I think you're in a massive hurry to pick up these Mewtwo Vs right now from Pokemon Go? I don't. I don't think this is going to pop tomorrow or something like that. But it's just one to keep an eye on. Like, if you come across one at a good deal, the general sentiment around this card and this set is that it's not very good. I'm confident that will shift over time as the people who, learn to love Pokemon in the first place because of Pokemon Go, or reignited their love for Pokemon via the Pokemon Go game becoming a big deal. I know that was the case for me. When in 2016, it kind of brought me back into the Pokemon scene a little bit after I stopped playing from when I was a kid. But regardless, that's my list for today. I hope you guys really like this format. I'm working hard. I don't have a good place to film, but I'm just going off the dome. I'm passionate about this. I'm going to keep bringing you stuff, whether people watch it or otherwise. I'll just keep going. So if you like this stuff, give me a like, subscribe, all that jazz. It goes a long way to help me out. And lots of love. Appreciate you. Peace.